Why do shipping supplies have to be so expensive? Hi there, hello. My name is Josh. I run Tap for Games, a basement reselling business down here in my basement. God, I'm an idiot. In case you're new here, I started off letting people know a couple weeks back that I am in the red when it comes to profitability. And I've been doing a back to black series trying to get out of that red figure. So right now, I've just completed month 5 and getting into month 6 since I started back in February of this year. And to that end, I basically have moved somewhere around 375 orders with a top line of about $2,700, which is, not bad, but it's still not putting me in the right trajectory. So I've been running this challenge to make sure that I can get back to where I want to be. I've been doing a daily YouTube short every single day since I have started in order to make sure that I am accountable to what I am doing. And to that end, I was making a lot of progress. In fact, over the weekend, I had managed to get down to $1,500. To be more precise, $1,577.78, which I was feeling really good about considering how far I've made it. I've made a couple of mistakes, but we're going the right direction. And then I needed to buy some more shipping supplies. So that figure is gonna have to go back up because I'm not going in the right direction when I have to buy supplies in order to ship out. But the reality is that's just business. Getting things purchased so I can ship in order to be successful. So we're just still in that time game of doing investments and being successful over time. Additionally, while I was having such success over the weekend, I noticed something about my auto pricer that I was doing through TCG tracking. Unfortunately, I had selected the second gold tier for TCG Player and then the lowest listed for Manapool, which is kind of awesome for moving for velocity. However, I found that there are instances where people will do this amazing concept where they look at the lowest price and say, you know what, I don't want to make money today. I want to do 50% of that cost so I can move something faster. And when my auto pricer sees that, guess who matches it? This guy. So when I was doing my analysis over the weekend of everything that had moved, I had actually shorted myself about 10 bucks in profit because of the auto pricing tool. So yeah, we're making a couple of adjustments. We're over here now, so I have my notes and I can remember what the heck I'm talking about. Isn't that neat? So here's what I've changed. With TCGP, I already have the free shipping that's already part of the platform since I'm level 4. Everybody else that's in level 4 pretty much does this from my understanding because of the way that the pricing market works. People search for lowest listed plus shipping, and anything that has free shipping gets bumped to the top of the whole list. So in order to be competitive, I have to keep that $5 off. But what I've changed is I'm now going to be doing market value less 5%. So that keeps me a little bit more competitive than market itself and doesn't put me right at the bottom racing and going into the wrong direction for getting profits. For Manapool, I don't have the ability to do the $5 off shipping. Everything's standardized there, which is great, except the buyer pool is not as large. So the approach I'm taking with that platform is I'm going to do 10% below market, and I'm going to see if that still continues to garner me sales over time. So I'm expecting the velocity to drop down a bit, and that leads me into the third strategy with the direct website itself. I already have the auto pricer looking specifically at Manapool for its own pricing for my store on tapforgames.com, which is 10% below market, and it updates about every 4 hours. Additionally, I'm running a promo right now. So if you head over to the website, you can see that I'm doing a first-time order, 1 coupon per person with all the legalese, etc., for a purchase. And I have set that one up to be about 5% under that. So if you're really good at math, you can understand it's 15% below market on your first purchase. I have no idea if that's actually going to get me anywhere in terms of organic traffic at all, but what I can say is this. For the 2 shorts that I've talked a little bit about the promo, I've already started to see a little bit of traffic in the last 7 days. I'm hoping this will continue, and I'm hoping that this will actually turn into conversions. However, I gotta see how this all pans out as time moves on. So that's kind of where I've been landing in terms of my YouTube strategy to grow a customer base over time. So that's where I'm kind of finding myself today. I'm changing my pricing in order to see if I can remain competitive while protecting my margin. And then on top of that, the velocity, I still need to balance that out. So I'll be watching that this week and next week to see how things continue to move forward. In the background, I also have a couple of things that I've got to get finished and completed still. As you know, I have roughly 22,000 units in stock and about 7,000 unique SKUs. Unlisted and not on the websites yet, I have about 15,000 units that I still got to get through, and I'm hoping that's going to bump me up closer to that 10,000 unique SKU that I've been trying to get to. It's been my mythical creature that I've been chasing after as my small milestone. And I'm hoping that once I get there, I might be able to start seeing more breadth and movement on both of these platforms. Both of them are great. I would love to be on just direct sales, but that's just not how life works. So yeah, if you've been paying attention, following along, checking out the shorts, you're going to see what the figure is. I'm going to put it up in the top left-hand corner here. I don't know if that's left or right mirrored. I'm overthinking this. It doesn't matter. And now we're going to see how we're going to continue to move forward through these drier months in terms of getting out of the red. If you'd like to join me on the journey, go ahead, click the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you see when things go live, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.